Hello everyone, welcome back to another West Coast Pacific Railroad update. Today we're going to be going over the 2884 Southern Pacific AC-9 articulated locomotive built by Locomotive Works. This should be a little bit of an interesting one since there are a few things about this locomotive that kind of annoy me a little bit based on the limited resources I have. So there will be some challenges that I still have to go over, even though I'm at this stage with the locomotive where it's pretty much done. So let's get into it. So starting off at the front, we have all this little piping, all this nice little details I've done for the compressors at the front. Moving down, we still got these two little guys. I'm not sure what they are, but I know they're epic. Feed water heater up, oh boy, at the front, under the compressors. Kind of shielded by this little piece, which you can find on the GS class of locomotives, all the way up until GS8. And then also GS64s, you'll find them on there. You won't find them on the GS7s or 8s. I got this side of the little piping on the side of the feed water heater done. I still got to do it on this side. So this isn't a complete locomotive, obviously. I'm still missing rods, but it's fairly done. Well, we got these handrails here, headlight. Moving down, we got these interesting little guys. I'm not too sure what these were all about. These were, I was thinking they were going to be a bit hard, but turns out the diagrams were literally just all I needed, so it turned out to not be all that complicated. Interesting enough about the AC-9, which is pretty obvious, it has a bit of streamlining. I'm pretty sure it's the only articulated locomotive that has streamlining to it, based off the GS class of streamlined locomotives. As you can see, obviously, from the skyline and the pilot, or skirting up here. Trailing truck that I made got a little bit of help, just smidge, tiny bit of help. Obviously, nice sized drivers. Not too sure how large the drivers are. I don't remember. I did read off of a Wikipedia. If you want to learn proper information off the locomotive, just go to Wikipedia. I'm just doing an update of what I've got off the locomotive. Moving on to the fireman side, got all this nice little piping here. This bit was actually not that complicated. It was actually pretty simple. It's just all about kind of improvising and eyeballing images. And I got it done. All this nice little piping that goes somewhere. That's 100% confirmed it goes somewhere. But I'm not sure where yet. Just gotta eyeball some images and I'll get it there. Trailing truck, drivers. This is gonna be a first set of drivers here, and the rear set, which is a part of the actual locomotive. I'm pretty sure anything that's from the front to the back here will be a part of the articulating bit. Well, I know it will be, because it has to be. And I'll sort that out with probably a friend or two. See how to get it articulated. If you're asking why the last two drivers here and the front two drivers here have this little brake thing here, I'm not too sure, but it's not on the diagrams exactly. I've looked on images as well. It doesn't seem to be on any real life AC-9s either. So I guess it's kind of a thing that Lima Locomotive Works or Southern Pacific went with on the locomotive. So I'm not going to question it. If it's like that, it's like that. I'm not going to change it. I'm trying to be as accurate as possible with the AC-9. Moving on to the other side. It's a bit different. Got all this nice little piping here. These little four piping here that I kind of had to be careful with. Going to be exporting a lot of this into a mesh because this is already 38 gigabytes. Not gigabytes, excuse me, megabytes. Gigabytes? What? No. This little reversing detail here. I add some more reversing detail when I get the rods done. All this I have done. My friend did a little bit of it, which is this there and this there and etc. It goes up there, This right here, I'm pretty sure is only on, actually no, it's only on the cold burning variant of the AC-9s. So what I did there is add that and the little ash pan dump under. You probably can't really see it, but it's there. And followed by the cold burning variant, you only also get this cool little tender here. Cool little coal bunker I did with this piece in it. Water hatches, ladder, backup light, backup marker lights, and rest is pretty obvious. Also made these Buckeye trucks. I initially would use like the other Buckeye trucks that were like free, or like I'm pretty sure were free on the toolbox, or just from a friend that I don't know. But I decided to remake them because the other ones were a bit strange to me, so I just decided to make them. These are probably not in any shape or form better than the other Buckeye trucks, but they're acceptable for the AC-9 and the GS4, so it's whatever. But yeah, my flaw with the AC-9 is the cab interior, and let me explain why. The cab interior, and like I said, well, I probably didn't say before, but AC-9, I have like a limited resources for the AC-9 picture-wise. There aren't too many good stuff on the interior, actually none at all. I had to pretty much improvise and eyeball most of the piping and details on the AC-9. And I actually had to refer to a Lionel AC-9 model review to get most of this stuff going. Now, the interior is going to be a problem. Now, there are no images, from what I know, of the interior of the AC-9. I'll probably just copy it from the Southern Pacific GS4, most likely, or probably see what I can do to kind of copy the interior of a Cab Forward, even though Cab Forward is pretty much an inverted version of an AC-9 cab interior, and it would be kind of hard to get that going. It's probably actually way different. But that is what I got going with the AC-9 currently. I will show you the AC-9 into what its paint is going to be for the West Coast Pacific. So this is what the AC-9 looks like in its paint. It's 3800. Well, the locomotive I'm numbering this 3800. From a couple of images I'm familiar with, had a blacked out boiler, and I'm pretty sure a blacked out firebox as well. Well, front boiler, smoke box, I mean, and a blacked out firebox. I don't really want to put in a blacked out firebox and blacked out smoke box yet. I probably will do that at some point. But for now, I'm going to keep the firebox and smoke box gray. And the 6-chime gray as well. Just so it's kind of visible. At some point, I'll just black it out entirely. Except for the white walls and white lining, of course, because that's pretty cool. And at some point, I also will take the white lining off. Kind of go put it through some variations. I'm not going to keep it one simple paint. And also, I would like to also mention that the AC-9 coal burning variant was only in SPL, Southern Pacific lines. The oil burning variant, however, had the Southern Pacific logo, like large SP letterings. So the the AC-9 will not have large lettering. I might possibly give it large lettering just for the fun of it at some point, maybe, but I'll stick with SP lines for now. But yeah, it was a pretty cool journey with the AC-9. It's almost done. A few piping here and there. Got to work a little bit more on the tender and get rods done. And then after that, it's just scripting it, making it articulate and drive, and then it's done. And that's another locomotive I can add to the West Coast Pacific roster. And then, yay, everything's done. So, if you are interested to see any other updates on the West Coast Pacific Railroad or the AC-9, you are more than welcome to join the West Coast Pacific Railroad server. I'll have a link to that in the description below. And if you're interested in checking out more videos like this, just like the videos, really. Don't gotta subscribe. If you want to do that, cool. If you have any opinions or any suggestions on what locomotives that you would like to see, possibly. Don't know why I'm doing this, actually, or saying this, but you can leave that in the comments. I'll take it into consideration if I'm interested in the locomotive. If I'm not, then, well, I just won't do it. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.